Let's try that again. Hello, another dev update on this very important evening before the election. So let me just, I'll go through some of the stuff I've been up to since the last one. I've just done all this and it didn't record properly, so yeah, that's why I'm feeling slightly pissed off. So what have I done since last time? Well, let's run it and find out. So this is the 2600 emulator, or kind of tool, reverse engineering tool I've been doing. I've been doing some quality of life things. I've basically been making it remember the state you were last in, remember all the options, what you had turned on and off, that kind of stuff. I've added most of the 650 emulation code in there now. I've rejigged some of the windows, so we've got a little symbol window, basically got a symbol dump where you can create and do all kinds of things with symbols there and there. Look at the disassembly, we can do an auto symbol add pass, what works out some of the jump destinations and adds them, and you can see them in there. You can rename stuff, rename some of the symbols if you want, it remembers what you renamed them as. The main thing I've been doing really is the 6502 emulation, just getting that running, and where we're at now, it'll happily sit there executing the main loop of combat. I don't know if it's actually doing it right, but it doesn't explode. So if I tick this box there, you're going to be able to see what's happening in memory. There's the RAM at the top, ROM at the bottom, 2K ROM. If I just, there's your program counter. So you can step through instruction by instruction and you can see what's happening in the 6502. You can see the reads in from ROM, so you know what code is executing. And it's jumped off somewhere now. F5CO. You can add breakpoints, which is quite cool. So if I want to add a breakpoint at this jump back to the start of the main loop, F424, I can put that in there. Add breakpoint. F424, F42F. F42F. There we are. So the breakpoint's there. I can execute 100 instructions at a time just to get it in there. So at the minute it's on its turn on initialization of the game. It's just rattling through. There you go. You can see bits of ROM code being written from. You can see the RAM traffic, reads and writes. There's your stack up the top there. Working area there. We're currently somewhere in a function. Where are we? F105. There we are. So we're in this loop here. I think this is part of the kernel. So you can see the RAM being written to and all this sort of thing. I think this number here is the raster count in the kernel. Just that rattles along till the end of the frame. Then you'll see a lot of traffic at the end of the frame. As things update, where's it going to go? It's on my breakpoint, I think. Yes, it's stuck on the breakpoint. I'll delete that. Bosh, there's a few things happened in RAM and it's counting up again. So it's executing the main loop. You can see the bits of code being read from ROM. These are bits of graphics. I need to do a thing that breaks apart the code section from the data sections. These are graphics being read from. So the next thing I want to do, start tackling, is to see if this is actually doing something sensible. I need to get this 6502 emulation behaving correctly as far as timings go. It doesn't do that yet. And I need to do an emulation of the TIA, the video chip, in the 2600. And then if I get those two things right, I should actually see some graphics coming out of it, which would be cool, because that'll be, you know, a good chunk of the 2600 emulator done. Then I can actually start, you know, instrumenting the game at runtime and getting some interesting things out of it. Anyway, that's what I've been doing lately. I will probably be doing, so the TIA emulation, I'll be doing some of the CPU timings need tightening up. There's a few CPU instructions haven't been done yet, some of the rarely used ones. Well, I'll have to do them all. And I'll probably put a bit more static analysis in for like working out where it's reading where the joysticks, and see if I can auto detect where the VSync works there really. But just trying to do like a hint pass on this to help me start to disassemble the ROM and work out what's what. And that's it. I hope it's recorded this time. See you again.